Hello students, I am Dr. Richa Bhatia from the Department of Commerce, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. And today, I'm here to discuss on a new topic, that is accounts of insurance companies. Now before starting the topic, it is very important that the definition and the meaning of insurance is clear to us. So let us start by discussing that what do you mean by insurance? Insurance is a contract whereby one party agrees to compensate to the another party for the loss on the consideration which is termed as premium. There are few parties that are involved when you talk about insurance. The first one is the insured, the second one is the insurer, and the third one is the policy. Now who is the insurer? Insurer is the person or a company that will give insurance to the other. Insured is the party which is taking the advantage of the insurance and getting itself insured. And policy is a document in which all the terms and conditions of that particular insurance are mentioned. So when one party is agreeing to compensate to the another party, or we can say agrees to indemnify the other party, that is termed as insurance. Now insurance can be categorized into two parts. The first one can be the general insurance, and the second one can be the life insurance. Let us first understand that what is life insurance. Now it's very important here to note that life insurance is not a contract of indemnity. When you talk about life insurance, in this situation, the insurer has to compulsorily pay the amount to the insured either on the happening of the event, which will be death, or on maturity. Life insurance is taken for a very long period of time, and it is also sometimes called as assurance. And please remember that life insurance always have a surrender value attached to it. Now let us discuss general insurance. General insurance, when you talk about that, it is a contract of indemnity. That is, the insurer will compensate only on the happening of the insured event. If there is some loss, then that particular loss will be compensated by the insurance company if the claim is satisfactory. We have to remember that general insurance is not taken for a very long period of time. It is always taken for a year. For example, you talk about motor vehicle insurance, or you talk about fire insurance, marine insurance. These insurance are taken for a very short duration of time, that is 1 year, and they have to be renewed every time. And when you talk about general insurance, please remember that it never has any surrender value attached to it. And there's one more important point. When you talk about general insurance, then we have to create a reserve for unexpired risk. I will explain you the term later, but when you talk about general insurance, please remember on creating a reserve for unexpired risk. So after discussing that what is the difference between general insurance and life insurance, now it is very important to understand that how the financial statements of an insurance company are prepared. Now you remember that when we were talking about banking, there was an act, Banking Regulation Act 1949. In the same way, when you talk about insurance company, there is an act which is IRDA, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India 1999, that governs all the financial statements of an insurance company. Today we are going to discuss about the financial statements of a general insurance. Now which schedule you have to remember? You have to remember Schedule 3, Part 5, which is very important for a general insurance, and all the formats are given under Part B. So there are three major things we have to prepare. The first one is Form BRA, that is for the revenue account. Then we are going to prepare Form BPL, that is for the profit and loss account. And then we are going to prepare Form BBS, that is for the balance sheet, and with that we have to prepare 15 schedules. So before moving on to the preparation of the revenue account and discussing the schedules, it's very important that we clear some terms in our head which are very important to prepare the financial statements of this particular insurance company. Now, a very important term that we have to clear before starting is what is the difference between insurance and reinsurance. Insurance is what? A contract between two parties, which is very, very simple to understand. But what is reinsurance? Reinsurance happens between two insurance companies. When one insurance company gives its business to another insurance company to reduce its risk, that is termed as reinsurance. So please be very clear with these two terms, that is insurance and reinsurance. Now starting on with the other terms one after the other. The first one is the premium. Now premium is very simple. It is a consideration, as you all know. It is paid by the insured to the insurance company. It is the primary source of income for any insurance company that you have to understand. Now premium is an income, so it will always come on the credit side. Now if it's premium on reinsurance accepted, that is, if premium is received on reinsurance accepted, please remember to add it. And if it is premium paid on reinsurance ceded, ceded means what? Given. Then always remember to subtract it. So this is the first thing that you have to remember regarding premium. Now after discussing premium, there is another important term which is claim. Now what is claim? Claim is the most important expenditure that the insurance company has to pay to the insured party. But claim will be paid only when it happens to be satisfactory, right? Now when you discuss reinsurance, always remember that claims paid on reinsurance accepted will be added and the claims which are received on reinsurance ceded are subtracted. So this is the two reinsurance claims that are to be considered. Now let us start on with the third term. The third term is very, very simple and you have heard it many times, which is commission. Now we all know that insurance majorly works with agents. Agents are there to generate business for the insurance company. So whenever we talk about commission, commission is just a compensation which the insurance company is paying to the agent to bring in business. Now there can be various types of commission. The first commission is commission on direct business, which is a simple commission that the agent will receive. Then we have commission that is paid on reinsurance accepted. Always remember it is added just like claims. And commission which is received on reinsurance ceded will be subtracted. So this was all about premium, claims and commission. Now when we are preparing the revenue account, there's one more term that will come and that is operating expenses. Now operating expenses you have already discussed in the banking also. Any kind of expenses which are required for the day-to-day running of that particular insurance company are operating expenses. You can name them like rent, rates, salary, advertisement, it can be depreciation. All these items will come in operating expenses. So these are four terms that you have to be very, very clear with. The first one is the premium. The second one is the claims. Then we talk about commission and then we talk about operating expenses. So once we are clear with all the four terms, then we can start preparing the revenue account. But before preparing the revenue account, we have to prepare the schedules according to the IRDA Act. So let us discuss the schedules one by one. Okay, now let's start discussing the schedules. The first schedule is schedule number 1, which is premium earned. Now please remember that premium is a major income. It is a credit item for an insurance company. So we are going to start with whatever premium you have received. Now add outstanding premium at the end of the year and outstanding premium at the beginning of the year will be subtracted. Now considering the reinsurance, you have to add the premium on reinsurance accepted and the premium on reinsurance ceded will be subtracted. With this particular thing, you are going to get your net premium. Once you get your net premium, now you have to give an adjustment for reserve for unexpired risk. Now what is that unexpired risk? We have to understand that. For example, I have to get an insurance and I start my insurance on 1st November. And as an insurance company, the accounts are closed on 31st March. But I have paid the premium for the entire 1 year. Now I have paid the insurance premium for entire 1 year, but the accounts are getting closed for 31st March. That is November, December, January, February, March, 5 months. But the other 7 months which are remaining are unexpired, means the risk still prevails. It can happen. That is why that particular period premium is unexpired premium and that risk is unexpired risk. Now to cater to this, the insurance company has to prepare a reserve. Now there are some figures that you need to remember. If you are talking about fire insurance or other insurance, 50% of the net premium has to be the reserve for unexpired risk. And when you talk about any other insurance like marine insurance, then 100% of the net premium will have to be the reserve for unexpired risk. After adjusting the reserve for unexpired risk, we are going to get schedule number 1, which is net premium earned. Now let's start with schedule number 2, and schedule number 2 is what? Claims paid. Claims paid means what? It is a compensation that has to be paid by the insurance company. It is an expenditure. It is a debit item of the revenue account. So when you are preparing the schedule, the first thing that you have to write down is the claims paid. Same adjustment, outstanding claims at the end of the year will be added and outstanding claims at the beginning of the year will be subtracted. Then we come to reinsurance. Please remember, whatever claims are paid on reinsurance accepted are added and whatever claims are received on reinsurance ceded will be subtracted. There's one more item that you have to remember while preparing the schedule, and which is expenses that are related with claims. Now there can be many expenses that, like, you can talk about legal expenses, there could be surveyor's fees, there could be an architect fee, something like that which is related with claims. So if you have any kind of expenses that are related with claims, always remember to add them. And with this, you are going to get your final item, which is net claims. Now once you are clear with premium as well as with claims, we are going to start with the third schedule, which is very simple to understand, and that is commission. Commission, again, just like claims, it has to be paid. It is an expenditure. It is a debit item of the revenue account. So we are going to start by writing down commission paid. Same as claims, if commission is paid on reinsurance accepted, it has to be added. And if commission is received on reinsurance ceded, then it has to be subtracted, and you are going to get your final claim amount. Now the last schedule that you have to prepare before starting on with the net revenue account is operating expenses. Now see, an insurance company can have a variety of insurance, like it can have fire, it can have marine insurance, it can have accident insurance. So all the schedules are related with one particular insurance company. So whatever operating expenses are related with that insurance company, that you have to write down in schedule number 4. It can be anything: rent, rates, salary, it can be depreciation, advertisement. That will complete your schedule number 4. You have to consider all those expenses that are related with the running, day-to-day running of that particular insurance business. So 4 schedules: premium, claims, commission and operating expenses. Be very clear with the reinsurance. What is reinsurance accepted? If I am an insurance company, I accept reinsurance, that is reinsurance accepted. And if I give business to some other company, then that is reinsurance ceded. So now with this, we are clear with what is the meaning of insurance, what are the type of insurance. We are clear with premium, claims, commission, operating expenses. Now I'll end the video today here itself. In the next video, we are going to discuss how to prepare the revenue account and some questions which are related with the preparation of the schedules. Till then, please revise the topics and happy learning. Thank you.